I've been using this arm lock putter for 3 months. Is it the game changer for your putting? So, why did I change to an arm lock putter? Well, simply it was because my putting stats were absolutely terrible, but the biggest thing was I completely lost all of my confidence. I was missing putts because I could feel that I wasn't hitting and striking the putts properly, and when my confidence had gone, it just got worse, and I knew I had to do something different. So that is why I went to the arm lock. So if you are struggling with your putting, I really can recommend giving an arm lock putter a try. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything in the process that I found, which has led to me significantly improving my putting and getting all of my confidence back on the greens. So first of all, when I first got it, and if you use one for the first time, you've got to accept that for the first couple of weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, having a putter that's locked into your arm here feels completely foreign and completely different, and it takes a lot of time to adjust to that. So once I'd actually got used to the technique and the method of locking it into my arm, one of the mistakes I feel like I made, and this is obviously from my experience, yours might be a little bit different, was that I went really low down the putter grip and I got a lot of it locked into my arm here. Now what I found was that when we got onto long putts, it was really difficult to judge distance with long range putts, because one thing you do with an arm lock putter is you take quite a bit of the feel out of the stroke, because you are essentially making your putter an extension of your left arm and you are just swinging your left arm on a pendulum. So what I found was that when I brought my hand up and had less of it locked into my arm, I then started to have a bit more length in my putter, and then I started to get a lot better at judging the pace of the putts. So that's one thing I would definitely advise, is don't be too obsessed with trying to get a massive amount of the grip locked into your arm. Now what I've found in the 3 months that I've been using this putter is that it's amazing for consistently presenting your putter club face square to your target line, because it's locked into your arm here, and you're essentially, this right hand is just a passenger. It does nothing. It just basically just rests there. It's not even holding the grip, to be honest. And then it's just a pendulum with this left arm with this locked in. So it means that they can't get any, I feel like I can't get any twist in my putter face. So it's meant that all of a sudden I've started striking putts better and presenting a square club face on my target line all the time, pretty much. A lot more consistency, which when I'd lost all of my confidence before, I knew that I wasn't doing that. I knew I was missing putts before I'd even looked up. It's such a simple method. So one of the massive advantages I found with going to an arm lock putter is on these short putts. So this is about 8 feet. And before, when I'd lost all my confidence and I could feel that I was just slightly pulling and slightly pushing putts and I was missing a lot of these, I found that once I got used to the technique and got comfortable, that these putts all of a sudden became a hell of a lot easier, because you are just basically swinging that left arm back and through, presenting, there's no twist in the club face. You can't, because it's just an extension of your arm. And as long as you've squared up right on your putt and you've read it right if there's some breaking, basically you'll hit a good putt and they'll go in more often than not. So the one thing I would advise, if you do decide to give an arm lock putter a try, it would be to, when you go on your putting green to practice and you've got used to your technique and it feels comfortable, is to try a lot of different length long putts. Because you're taking a lot of the feel out of the stroke by using your left arm essentially as the pendulum for your putting stroke, it takes a lot of the feel out of it. So basically you have to get a feel for the length of stroke in relation to the length of putt. But once you start to get a feel for it, again, you start to strike the putts really, really nicely, and you get a lot of confidence. So, which putter did I go for? Well, I actually lent on my friend Phil Kenyon, who is the world-renowned putting coach, and he recommended this putter to me. So basically, it's the Odyssey AI1 Cruiser. It's 40 centimeters long, which I've found is just the perfect length. It allows me to still have enough of it locked into my arm. My posture still feels absolutely right for getting a good sort of stroke on it. I love the alignment lines on the back of it, and also this soft insert gives it an amazing feel as well. It definitely feels, you know, that the face balance design of it also helps in keeping everything really square through impact. So in conclusion, if you are struggling with your putting and you know that you have not got a consistent stroke and you are pushing and pulling putts and missing them, then I couldn't recommend more going to an arm lock putter and giving it a try. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to golf, and I stubbornly would not go to a long putter of any description whatsoever. I just stuck with my normal putter. I tried a few different grips and nothing worked. My confidence just went worse and worse. But as soon as I went to this, the mechanics of it just made absolute sense. And that confidence of starting to strike putts squarely, almost straight away, just made a world of difference. And the difference in where my confidence on the green is now to where it was 3 months ago before getting this putter is absolutely night and day. I mean, my headspace is in a completely different place. I didn't feel like I was going to hole any putts, and now when I get over it, I feel like I've got a chance of holing every putt that I'm over. You know, I feel like when I miss a putt, it's because I've misread it and not because I've mishit it, which is a big difference.